Chapter 29. Dr. Boonlert told Bun that he would be willing to make an advertising poster for my cram school business in exchange for me dining with his family at his house. I refused this offer as soon as Bun told me about it. I was going to ask my friend, who was a graphic designer, to make the poster. Turned out, Bun wouldn't talk to me for an entire day, and I found myself unable to concentrate on preparing the content of my courses. When I woke up this morning, Bun had already gone out to work. I texted him and expected his usual reply.
Okay, now what?
I cupped my forehead, eyeing the cell phone on the dining table. Bun didn't text me back, didn't even read my message. But he always read and replied my text. I looked at the time at the top of the screen. My boyfriend gets off from work at 4 p.m., so I'd call him as soon as he's done. To be honest, I didn't want to confront Dr. Boonlert for the second time. He made me feel uncomfortable. I did many terrible things to his brother, and I wouldn't be surprised if he would hate my guts. This dinner was unlikely to be just a casual conversation. Dr. Boonlert would force me to break up with Bun, that much I was sure. Then Bun would obey his brother. And just like that time when he followed Boonlert's order and returned to Bangkok, leaving me. Why can't he understand me? Why did he have to be upset about this? I called Bun when I was sure it was time for him to leave work and call it a day. The music dragged on for a long time until the line was disconnected because no one answered the call. It was like this at lunch break too. I dialed to him again, feeling disheartened. Bun had never been like this before. How should I go after him? Should I buy him something to eat or some flowers? Or do I have to go to dinner with Dr. Boonlert the way he wanted? Oh boy, this is harder than taking the med school admission test. What could possibly cheer him up? What would make Bun smile? I didn't have a clue.
Screw it, I'll go see Dr. Boonlert.
I jumped when my phone vibrated. I frantically scrambled for it to see the caller ID and quickly picked up the phone. My body was ready to burst from happiness.
Bun!
Bun tried to say something, but I beat him to it, as what I was about to say might light up his mood.
Look, I'm sorry. I'll go to see Dr. Boonlert with you. Please don't be mad. I was wrong. What do you want for dinner? I'll get you some...
Slow down. Bun tried to interrupt a torrent of words spilling from my mouth. Tan, relax.
Please don't be mad at me, Bun.
The words died in my throat at Bun's laughter. Who's mad? My eyebrows knotted together.
Well, you didn't pick up my calls.
I knew this would happen. I'm leaving the school. Be home soon. Talk to you later.
Okay.
I replied with a sad tone, and Bun ended the call. I still didn't understand what he meant. I rearranged a pile of paperwork on the table before walking to the front of Bun's residence. I looked around the vicinity, becoming a bit more familiar with this place after the third day of moving in with Bun. The residential buildings for medical professors and personnel were built at the back of the hospital. The condition of each building was quite old, yet they attempted to renovate the place to make it look livable, enclosed by low wooden fences. I began to spot the medical professors and nurses walking back to their respective dwellings. 10 minutes later, Bun appeared in front of me. The first thing I did was walk straight to him and hug him tightly. Bun returned my gesture in confusion. What's wrong with you? Bun asked. I could sense the amusement flickering on his face.
So you're not mad at me?
I asked, with my face still buried in his shoulder. Who said I was angry? You were imagining things. Bun pushed me away from him. My cell fell inside the ride I used for field investigation. And the car had been used by several hands for the whole day. I just got my cell back a minute ago. Bun looked up at me. You thought I was angry about a dinner with Boone? I nodded. Bun could always read me like an open book.
Yeah.
I won't be angry over some nonsense. If you don't want to go, Then don't. I'm not gonna force you. Bun pulled me by the hand into the house. Boone just wanted to talk to you, get to know you better. That's why he invited you there.
He wouldn't want me to break up with you, right?
I asked him outright about what I had been afraid of. Bun shook his head. I'll smash his glasses if he dares tell me that. No one can tell me to leave you. Just like that, his woe had completely erased my fear. Dr. Brunler's house was located in an expensive, luxurious housing estate. With a nervous excitement, I was standing in front of the gate of the modern, two-story house, which was decorated beautifully. My heart was pounding frantically as Bun leisurely stepped in to ring the doorbell. All through the whole ride there, Bun had to comfort me, preventing me from becoming nervous. It was like I was a man who came to meet the parents of his bride-to-be for the first time, I supposed. "Uncle!" a tiny voice of a little girl exclaimed. I whipped my head to look at the source of the voice, who was running through the open gate and hopping to confine Bun's leg in an iron grip. "Bye, toy? What did I say? Greetings before a hug." A woman dressed in a blue dress followed the girl outside. She was an attractive woman, and she must be the little girl's mother. The girl who was hugging Bun's leg withdrew and fell into a graceful courtesy. Then she rushed back and hugged my boyfriend once again. Bun laughed and bent down to pick her up. "Party!" the girl spoke, a high-pitched voice. "Daddy fried the chicken himself. Daddy's chickens are very yummy." "Really? Now you make me hungry." Bun gave her a big kiss on her cheek. I stared at the scene before me as if I was in a trance. I had never seen Bun with children before. It was an adorable sight. The girl in Bun's arms turned to look at me with a puzzled look. "You must be 10, I presume." The woman turned to offer me a gentle smile. I automatically raised my hands to pay her a respect, and she returned the gesture in kind.
"That would be me."
"I'm May, Boone's wife." I didn't know why, but May's attitude and tone of voice made me feel strangely at ease. "I'm sorry about this little girl causing you trouble. She loves her uncle. Whenever she knows her uncle is visiting, she'll rush to him in a heartbeat."
"It's fine."
I turned to look at Bun.
"She's adorable."
May looked at me and turned to Bun with a smile. "Come on in. Dinner has been prepared already. My husband made it all himself."
So both of them could cook, huh?
I clenched and unclenched my fist to calm my nerves before following May and Bun into the house. We strode past a beautifully decorated modern living room. Next to it was a kitchen area and a dining table, on which overflowed with a various set of dishes. My eyes then fell on Dr. Brunlert, who was wearing an apron over his shirt and trousers. The man was leaning with his hands on the back of the chair, eyeing me. His gaze made me nervous that I felt like I was going to explode. I traditionally greeted Bun's brother.
"Hello, Dr. Brunlert, sir." "Here comes the title. Come, sit. Dinner's ready. Help yourselves to a bowl of rice."
Brunlert took off the apron and hung it on the wall. I took a deep breath. Bun once told me that Dr. Brunlert was, in fact, a funny guy. However, there was no hint of jest coming from him that I could see at the moment. Bun put his knees on the chair and pulled my arm to the dining table. I took a seat next to Bun, but now I had a full view of Dr. Brunlert, who was sitting directly opposite me. Moments later, Bun reached out to scoop some rice onto my plate.
"Hey, I finished your poster. I'll show it to you after dinner,"
Dr. Brunlert told me, reaching for a bottle of red wine and poured the content into his glass.
"Don't know if it's something you'll like, but May helped me look at it and said it's fine."
Boone likes graphic design. I've seen a sketch of a cardiac anatomy he drew on the computer for his class materials. It's fantastic. May wiped her daughter's mouth. The girl was munching away on a fried chicken leg.
"Thank you, sir."
I still felt myself tensed, nonetheless. Bun scooped some broccoli onto my plate.
Would you look at that? I don't think I've seen Bun take care of anyone like this before. I mean, he has never gotten his own brother anything.
To my slight relief, Boonlord redirected his attack from me to Bun.
Why? Are you jealous?
Bun looked at Dr. Boonlord, his eyes daring his brother to challenge him. Why would I do that for you? I have a boyfriend now. I have to take care of him. My face heated up. May burst out laughing, and Boonlord had an annoyed look on his face.
Asshole, you have a boyfriend now? Guess you don't need me anymore.
Suddenly Bun choked on his food so that I had to rub his back. My love, language, May chided Boonlord softly. The atmosphere during dinner was full of cheerful chatter. It was Dr. Boonlord who did most of the talking, and Bun would sporadically interrupt his brother. From their conversation, I could see that even though Dr. Boonlord may look intimidating on the outside, when I really got to know him, Dr. Boonlord was a funny guy. After our stomachs were full, May went her way to carry her little daughter up to bed. Bun followed her to read a bedtime story to his niece, leaving Boonlord and me with glasses of wine in our hands.
The girls are all gone. It's just us now.
Boonlord poured me more wine.
Anything you want to know about my brother?
I thought some kind of test was coming. Boonlord was asking me how much I knew his brother.
I've got nothing yet.
Dr. Boonlord chuckled.
No way. Come on. I bet you're dying to ask something. Bun's closed himself off from everyone, but I know him best.
I went still for a moment, looking down at the red liquid inside my glass.
I admit, I still couldn't read Bun very well. When he's mad, I don't know what to do.
I sighed.
But I'll keep trying. Time will help work things out. If Bun opens up to someone, it would be difficult to understand him.
Boonlord took a sip. His face brightened.
Some significant gestures that go unnoticed might be able to tell you about his feeling. Have you ever seen him being shy? I think I have, but I don't know.
I put my hand on my face.
It's not obvious, but yeah, probably. He would change the subject and refuse to make eye contact. Hey, not bad. Dr. Boonlord laughed. Have you ever seen him angry? Yeah. If he's really pissed, he will give me a piece of his mind. But if it's not that serious, I couldn't tell. Now, that wasn't so hard. If he appeared calm, like he's trying to keep something to himself, it means he's angry. But he lets it out, yelling at you. That means he's at the end of his rope. Dr. Boonlord pointed at me. If he yells at you a lot, I'd say it's a good thing, because that means he's opened up to you. He even let you see him lose control of himself. Then I should be happy, because he yelled at me, like a lot. If Bun is angry, then what should I do to make him happy? I thought you had nothing to ask. Dr. Boonlord successfully backed me into a corner. Bun is one of those reason and principle worshippers. You just have to make him understand. Play along with him to make him feel like he's in charge, like he's in control. I got a pretty good idea about this. Does he have any favorite food, snacks, or gifts? Bun could literally devour anything on this planet. He'd be happy with anything you buy for him. But when he was a kid, Bun had a thing for this particular dessert. Dr. Boonlord paused, like he was waiting for my reaction. I straightened in my chair attentively. He loved sago with coconut milk. He used to have it in Bangkok's Chinatown. I'll send the location to you. You'll thank me later. I looked at Dr. Boonlord, my eyes widened with excitement. Is there anything else? Bun likes to buy clothes from famous brands, but he really got his money's worth from them. The same thing goes for shoes. If you're gonna get it for him, go for the good stuff. He won't let it go to waste 'cause the guy's stingy. He's down to earth. His place is rather messy, so it'd be great if you could help him clean it regularly. Bun doesn't like perfume. He catches a cold easily when it's chilly. He rarely watches TV, but if he does, he prefers medical dramas or crime shows. He loves watching movies in theaters. He'd be happy if you asked him out on a movie date. He likes to sing, but his voice is so high that every wild stray will come running. Is there anything I missed? I had the urge to record Dr. Boonlert's voice for a review before going to bed. Boonlert had seemed to recall something. Oh, and I want to know that Bun's been traumatized by his past. He had to quit school because he was bullied for being gay. And after that, he became the man you see today. Don't talk about it if you can help it. Don't ask him about his past until he tells you about it himself. My eyes grew wide. I never knew anything about this. I know nothing. Really? As for his sexual activities, I'm afraid I can't help you with that. Ask him yourself. What I've told you is considered cheating, you know? Now you got the shortcut, but put it to good use. I haven't seen my brother this happy in a long time. You changed him. Please continue to make him smile. Dr. Boonlert raised his glass of wine. I quickly grabbed mine and clinked my glass with his awkwardly. Sure, Boone. I took the liberty of addressing him informally, and Boonlert didn't seem to take offense to my words. Oh, I almost forgot. I've made 2 versions of your ad poster. Here you go. See which one you like. Dr. Boonlert unlocked the iPad on the dining table and handed it to me. I looked down at the posters he had professionally designed and felt downright ashamed of my own amateur graphic skill. Bun came back down with May trailing behind him. He turned to Dr. Boonlert and me and walked towards us. Baitoy asked me if my friend is a model. She's becoming short-sighted. Your girl needs glasses, Boone. You rascal. Boonlert stared at me. If he's a model, then I'm a Hollywood movie star. The possibility that Dr. Boonlert might have wanted me to break up with Bun disappeared from my mind after dinner. The feeling of tension and apprehension gradually evaporated. Now I felt like this was one of my homes. I, the man who had lost everyone in his life, was about to have a new family, to have a new life with Bun. The light shone upon a once grim future. Bun and I returned to the car at 11 p.m. After saying goodbye to our host, Bun opened the door and slid into the driver's seat. I wanted to be the one who drove, but I needed some getting used to traffic in Bangkok. When I was in a nursing school here, I always took the bus when I traveled. When the door was closed, I turned to Bun and pulled him into a tight embrace. Bun held my shoulders. What are you doing? Bun asked, sounding utterly confused. We're still outside Boone's house. I love you, I declared from a feeling deep within my heart. I know. Bun pushed my shoulders, freeing himself. Can you take me to Bangkok's Chinatown tomorrow after work? I want to go find something to eat. Bun stepped away from me, looking at my face, a slight smile on his lips. Okay, let's go there tomorrow.